So, all right, say someone's not brand new, but they've got, I don't know, a new army for Christmas or the beginnings of a new army, like a battleforce. How would you guys sort of recommend they look at then turning that into a battle-ready army if they're not the most experienced painters? What are the sort of steps and processes? Maybe they've got a bit of experience with painting, but they might not
I was
have,
going to
say,
say, yeah, because
the
the
airbrush set up. And
the advice is going to be different depending on what, and
Yeah.
it's a hobby, isn't it? So it's what do they want out of it?
That's
But
it. I mean, there's two
how long's
things.
a
I mean,
piece of string?
yeah,
exactly. I mean, it's like, I mean, you could break it into two camps. You've got your heavy metal style and then your more blasted style, if you like. And it's what road they want to go down, because I actually really enjoy painting standard heavy metal style. I love painting. It's such a quick process. It's just about color choice in terms of your edge highlight, not too light, not too dark. And it can actually look really good really quickly. And you don't have to worry about, airbrushing, or you can, single layer rattle can, just get a good even layer down and then do your edge of highlights and your metallics. And you can actually, well, just a bit of practice, you'll be amazed how quickly you'll come on. But if they want to go down more the army blasted grittier style, then you can rely on sponges and chipping and not worry about edge highlights and still get really good, or dry brushing. There's so many different ways to do it that does not take high levels of skill. You're always going to come down to the fine detail stuff is where you're going to need to practice, putting your eyes, doing your transfers and your metallics. It does take, but what I've found in the workshops I've done, it's not so much about, it's about when you do them, not how you do them. So it's, picking the moment where you need to be tidy and when you don't need to be. So like on a bolter, do your metallics first, because that's the trickiest bit. So if you get any overspill, your next layer is going to cover that up anyway. So you're not going over things. So it's just about when to apply the paint more than anything, and in what level. So you minimize the time spent being careful, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
One careful layer tidies up all the loose ends.
That's especially true if you're going to go down like the oils and streaking grime route, because but streaking grime and oils cover up all kinds of sins, don't they? You can be super loose with it, and then inks,
Case in point, Dunstan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it and again, it's, I guess, tabletop ready for me is, what is that person happy to put in front of them and say, I painted this?
Yeah.
And that's going to change as well. What you're happy with this year, next year, you might
100%.
look back at and just think, you know what, like, God, I've come on a long way. Or you might look back at that and just think, you know what, I've got no interest in the painting side. And it's great because I've had a painted army for a year, albeit very simple. But yeah, with the gamers would definitely agree. I just think like the gamers, if everyone says that it's better with painted army in front of you, you can't get away from that, really.
Regardless of the standard.
I've had to use like some half painted stuff every now and then, 1 or 2 grey units, and they're always like the first thing that takes a wound, and we're like, right, get rid of the grey shit, that's gone. Swapping in different psychophages to make sure the painted ones on the table makes no difference. But to me, I'm like, well, that's better.
I did the same thing last week. I was just
did you?
Yeah, because I had one signature was painted, one isn't, and then like Zerkers were like half finished and one like not finished unit, and when both died, I swapped them out.
Yeah,
it's just like you keep the painted models on the table.
Yeah,
it just looks better.
So there's a reason that we do that. I say you guys do that.
I was expecting, if I'm honest, you two to say the best way of getting that new army on the tabletop looking good would probably be some kind of commission painting service.
I mean, it's a quick way of doing it, but if you're in it for the painting aspect of it, then you should at least give it a go.
Yeah.
You could get us to do it and we'll do a bang up job and it'll look great and you'll get it back in 8 weeks or whatever. But at the same time, it's a big part of the hobby, I think. Have a go first, and if it's not for you, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least give it a go.
Just have a go. And if you hate it, great. You know that
you know.
Yeah, but you never know. You might find like, oh, this is really enjoyable and relaxing, and maybe I'm going to do a bit of this on the side. Or there's even an argument that even if you really don't like it and you want to go and get every single model commissioned from that point onwards for the rest of your life, great. But at least you know a little bit about what you're asking someone to do and what you're committing.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
That commission process, and you'll know a tiny bit about, is this a good commission, this is a bad
Yeah.
commission. It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing to know that.
Yeah.
Because even as a painter, when I came back into the hobby, when I was looking at models, I was thinking for a while, everything above a certain level looked absolutely incredible to me. And now, having done more painting myself, being in the hobby for longer, now I can see that continuum a bit more and what really is
Yeah.
absolute top
Yeah.
tier and what's kind of pretty good and what's not so good, etc.
Okay. Nice.